LTA, Listen, Talk, Act. Today's topic is childhood memories. Dr. Lana Turner Addison, host. And joining me today for the discussion is Miss Whitney Turner. I'm so glad you were able to join me today to discuss this topic. To begin, I would like for you to just kind of think about some of your earliest childhood memories and the impact it has had on your life today. So,
Hey, I'm really trying to think of like the earliest I can't say, but whenever someone asks me that question, I always think of Christmas. Um, and my mom, you had got me a really nice purple coat, and when I opened it, my arm wouldn't go through it, and I was mad about it. And I thought that I didn't get any gifts that year because someone had robbed our house.
so as you reflect on that memory, how does that impact you as an adult?
Um, it it like I don't know. It's a good memory. It was my family. Everybody was there. Everybody was in the same house, and we probably was cramped and probably argued a lot sometimes, but we were all like together. And
So,
now that I'm older, as a child, it probably didn't mean much to me, but now that I'm older, I see that the people around me really be making a way through everything. So it shows me where my strength can be derived from.
can you share with us how many kids do you have and what are their ages?
I have three. My son, my oldest son is 5. My middle child, my daughter, she's 3. She'll be turning 4 next month. And I have a 1-year-old
Okay.
son,
So your hands are full right now.
super full.
Okay. Wait, as I'm listening to your story, there's several things that I see that comes out of that story. The first thing you talked about is the coat.
Hmm.
Uh, were you excited about getting the coat?
No, I actually didn't care about the coat, but it was purple, and I was happy that I had got anything because our house was robbed.
Okay.
So
So you were disappointed.
no, I was not disappointed. I was happy. I was
You
very
were
excited
happy,
about the coat,
but
but
you
I wished it was a toy. You
but
know, I
oh
was a
okay.
kid.
So how did it feel when you said you put your hand in the coat and then it was sewed together?
Yeah, I just thought, oh man, I'm not gonna get. That was my
Anything.
gift.
That was your gift. Oh, okay. Okay. You had the coat. You didn't want it. I
No,
guess you
I
wanted a
liked the coat.
toy
I was just
instead.
upset that I knew that I felt like I knew that I wasn't gonna be getting any toys because our house was robbed. So
Okay.
I'm like, okay, if I had toys, they gone.
Okay. So that was a so you're saying you wasn't disappointment, but what emotion was tied to that then?
It was I was like, okay, I got a coat.
So were
It's a
you
coat.
thankful that you
I
had
was
something at
thankful.
all?
I was thankful that I had anything,
Okay.
but I would have preferred toys.
Okay.
That's how I felt as a
Okay.
child.
Okay. Well, I think about that and I think about one of my earliest childhood memories and as it relates to this story that we're sharing now, you said Christmas, so I'm gonna focus on Christmas. Uh, my mother stayed in Morningstar Apartments, and oftentimes we didn't get gifts for holidays, or if we did, it was some very, very, very small because we were in poverty, and my mother did the best she could and did a great job making sure we at least had a roof over our head and some food to eat. So toys and coats even are like something extra.
Hmm.
But I do remember one year when I got a gift and I was
Gift deal.
so happy with it was a paper doll.
I was gonna say,
And if we tried to give paper dolls to our children today,
Oh, I understand that.
yeah, I mean, how do you think most of children will react to receiving paper dolls or,
Um, they probably asked for transfer safe copy.
uh,
Uh, I got the wrong thing or something. That's what
uh,
I'd probably hear.
mhm,
But
mhm.
but I don't know. Like that, just you saying how grateful you was for those paper dolls just made me think about my daughter and my son. So like I think I could make them like paper. Well, not make them, but make it enjoyable for them. Like if they made them themselves, like and try to incorporate some type of lesson in that.
And I think that's, it's a key, trying to incorporate lessons and getting kids to use their minds,
Mhm.
creativity, to just imagination. So what I would do with my dolls is I would utilize my imagination. I would have to cut and make their clothes and all that other
So you
things that
did
come with
have to
it.
cut the
Yeah.
paper dolls.
It was a cutout. You already had a paper doll.
Mhm.
It come out with one cutout of clothes, but you want more clothes than
And you make your own
so
clothes.
you make your own clothes
Yeah.
out of paper.
See,
So
I think my daughter would actually enjoy that, but she's mini you, so.
okay, okay, well, good. Um, can you point to another early childhood memory uh, that has shaped you in any way, whether it's a good
um,
memory or a sad memory or
um, another childhood memory was when y'all had the helicopters and
mm,
looking for us, and I was completely dumbfounded by what was going on. And I didn't think I'd done anything wrong because I didn't have a key, and I just was following my big cousin. And we went to wherever she be going, and I just went with her. Not even like questioning. I just figured that's where I was supposed to go. And the crazy thing about that is now that I'm older, like at the time, I didn't think I did nothing wrong. I thought y'all was being so unfair. I was like, I was just going. I wasn't by myself. I was with Kiki, my big cousin. So I didn't think I had did anything wrong. But now that I'm older, I remember the most disturbing thing to me about that is I cannot remember what happened at all. Like, I remember playing with the little girls with some dolls, whoever house we was at. I remember playing dolls with them, and then I remember waking up, and going outside, and people rushing us. That's the only thing I remember. I don't remember that whole entire night. I don't remember going to sleep. I don't remember where I slept at. I don't remember none of that. So that's disturbing, and that shaped me up in a very big way as an adult.
okay. And the young lady I'm interviewing today is my daughter, Miss Whitney Turner. And as a parent, her mother, I remember that night very vividly because for me, it was fear, it was scared, it was so immediately. Once my mother called me, I went into action mode. It's my baby, it's my niece, and contacted the police and had the helicopters out. Everybody was out on foot. We were all within an hour. We were mobilized. People were searching creeks.
Hmm.
There was posters up, and
It's a
I'm so
horrible feeling
thankful.
to know you was looking for me in a creek.
Everywhere, 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 in door to door. We had the police went door to door to every apartment until we found you. But while they were there, others were somewhere else. So
Hmm.
we were just all mobilized in different places near Comanche Park Apartments. Very thankful to Tulsa Police Department for being willing to act quicker, not wait 24 hours.
You
You
live
know what I'm
Atlanta.
saying? Uh, but and you look at that situation, and you know how blessed you are.
Yeah.
And you look at what's just recently happened here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where two kids have been found in Tulsa, Oklahoma. They their bodies were found in a creek, and they were last seen on a camera holding hands and walking to the water. And they had a parent who, when asked about the kids, said the kids don't matter, you know. And for a mother,
Can't wait till she go to prison and get beat up.
it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking because kids matter. We all matter, and oftentimes kids don't know how important they are to their parents, to their grandparents, to just family. And as we're raising our kids, it's so important that I look at things, and what really overshadows everything for me in my life is it's a gift that God gives us so freely, and it's love. You know,
That's still my favorite saying. The thing, love isn't.
The love in your heart wasn't put there to stay. Love isn't love till you give it away. But within that love, it doesn't mean that there's giving, just giving to the point of being used. Yes, but when you talk about memories, and those are real memories. You have the fond memories, you have the memories that takes you through pain, hardships, love, all types of memories shapes one's life. And when we think and reflect on the memories that we're discussing today, and we're having others are listening to, and we're talking about it, and then we know within those memories actions which shape our next steps. Just sitting here talking with you today and reflecting on those memories, I think about, okay, what action will come out of this discussion for me personally? I would cherish those memories and reflect on those memories as a way to improve relationships with my daughter, with my family, and to just expound upon the love. The fact that I exist and my daughter, Miss Whitney, exists, which means for me, the action step I'm supposed to continually take is like living out the purpose of our existence through love. So my commitment would be to even when I may not want to follow up and check on my daughter, because there's times when I'm concerned for my daughter, and just looking at the memory when she was missing for that moment, and we had everybody, as many people as we could looking for. When I think about kids when they grow up, and this model of how it should be, where once kids are grown, parents and grandparents, they're hopeful that the kids will already know how much much they are loved, and that sometimes, when things change, that kids will check on them. But even without that, just because of the love, I will commit to following up and checking on whether it's reciprocated or not. And I'm not trying to say that, for my listeners in a derogatory or negative way, but sometimes we get so caught up in knowing how things should be, and when they're not that way, then we may shut down. Segment 2, Part 1. We hope you enjoyed our discussion. Thank you for listening.
Like the page, comment, listen, talk, act. Post your own videos if you listen, talk, acting underneath.